Hi, everyone. I'm Christopher Thornycroft with Redwood Logistics, and welcome to the Redwood Rundown for the last week of January. Come on, let's get done with this thing. Move on, out the door. Let's go. Let's move on to Groundhog Day. Well, let's have a good time on Groundhog Day. My wife's going to have a big watch party for Groundhog Day. I'll be at work. Maybe we'll have it on in the background. Anyway, I'm your Punxsutawney Phil for this episode. Let's talk about the freight market. Outbound tender rejection index, it's still over 5%. We're still hovering at about 5.3%. Hey, wait a second. I thought this was supposed to go on down with some weather left. Nah. Hey, why is that? Well, you have the outbound tender rejection index, which still remains higher than what it was last year. You have less capacity than what you had last year. So you have higher demand, less capacity. You know what? I don't think everyone's going to hang out and just sit there and lose money on freight. I really don't. I don't think brokers are going to do it, and I don't think carriers are going to do it. And what are we seeing in the tea leaves? Well, for one, we see that the imports continue to be really strong. I mean, 2022, 2021 levels, not 2023. We're way above those. We're right in line with the 2022 and 2021 imports, which were really, really, really strong. Now, those are going to die off. When? They're going to die off starting next Friday. Why? Because it's the Lunar New Year. You've all heard about this now for a couple of years. So everyone's going to, starting on the 9th, which is the Friday, or the 10th, everyone in China, about 20% of the world's population is going to celebrate this. They're going to travel for miles and miles and miles. They're going to find their family. That first week of the Lunar New Year celebration is that time off. And then it takes a while for them to come back. So once they come on back, then they start up production at the factories again. But you know what? That's not instantaneous. It doesn't just go just like that. So we think that we're going to see a little bit of a drag on those March volumes. March looks like it's going to have a bunch of headwinds. So you're going to have Easter for the end of the quarter. So that's going to have a drag on that. Why? Because Easter always brings about 20% of business down, sometimes up to 40% of business on down. You're going to have the imports that slow on down. But for February, which is usually the one that we're afraid of, usually the one that we bring out Punxsutawney Christo out to tell you about how terrible it is. February is looking like it might be a little bit of a different environment. And we're not talking about weather. We're just talking about demand. That's all we got for this week. Hang in there. Talk to you soon.